All right, so for opening, you're gonna wanna make sure the pedals are out of the way before you bring the chair down. Because we always put the pedals under there at the end of the day. So you'll take that out of the way. We press number 1 to bring the chair down. Don't hold it down, because then you'll change the settings on it. So just press it once and let it go down. And then you could turn on the operatory itself, which is right here, the master switch.
Mm-hmm.
And then the assistant side master switch is over here as well to turn on. Okay, that's the on.
Okay.
The I. We only use distilled water. We no longer use the city water.
Okay.
And so that's just for opening. And then
And the distilled water is stored?
I'll get into that with sterilization.
Okay.
And this is their Cavitron tips. There's one in each operatory.
Okay.
So to turn it on, the power is right here on the side.
Okay.
And they could adjust the water here at the bottom. Okay. To make sure the water is running through, make sure at the rheostat, this switch is kicked to the blue side.
Okay.
And that's how they would run it. And then as far as with the lights, it's very important to have this curve facing that way. Because if you turn it this way or try to force it, it could easily break.
Okay.
So make sure that curve is that way. Make sure the pad is facing away from the head of the chair. And it's automatic. You don't need to touch any buttons at all.
Okay.
You bring it down, it turns on. You push it up, it turns off. There's no need to mess with anything here.
All right.
All our covers are here in the third drawer on this side, and then the bigger rooms have it on both sides in the third drawer.
All right.
So make sure you put the tape, the cover all that. I'm sure they know how to do that, right? They learn that.
Absolutely. Well, let's just make sure that we have everything. So the
lights
barriers.
The lights are covered. Sticky tape right there on the light pad. A barrier right there for the handle. A barrier for the touchpad. And then the chair cover.
Okay. The chair covers are right there. I know they were stored.
These are the chair covers.
Okay.
Yeah, everything you need for barriers is going to be in the third drawer.
Okay.
Okay. And then Dr. Odin doesn't want really anyone to mess with the foot pedal since you already have the touchpad right here. So with the arrows, you can adjust the patient back, front, up, or down for your lichen. And then the one is just the neutral position to bring them back up. Okay. And then they're gonna have a cart for your guys' supplies, right? Is what she said. And then we have second monitors. You could show them the x-rays on that. You don't really
Does it automatically come on?
It automatically comes on when this comes on.
Okay. Is anything different with the computers?
Programs wise, no, because you guys used x-ray vision last time, right?
Right.
Yeah. Everything's usually the same.
Okay.
Should still be the same with programs. So that's it for opening.
I don't feel that they need to use
No, they're not going to use that.
Okay, yeah, they're okay with
they're not going to use that.
ultrasonic.
So they won't need to touch the hydrant. So for the ultrasonic, the switch is right here.
Yep. Okay. I just had to make sure it was going.
Right here. So push it away to lock it so the water stays there.
Okay.
And then you push it this way so the water can drain.
Okay, can you do that one more time? Okay.
Push it away so the water stays in the ultrasonic, and then pull it towards you to drain at the end of the day. And so you fill the ultrasonic, you can stretch this out. The foot pedal's down
Hold on
here.
1 second, I'm taking notes.
It's okay.
Okay, so to fill it,
You can stretch this.
Yeah. Okay.
The foot pedal's right there.
Okay.
And then our enzymatic that we used, the instructions are right there. Dilute 1 ounce per 1 gallon or 2 ounces if it's heavily soiled.
Okay.
Our enzymatic is over here. We'll read it. And then they'll process that. And then they know how to use the autoclaves, right?
They know how to use this.
And the autoclaves are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. If they could just log that there. these are marked book 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
So they mark like what went through that autoclave. I'm sure they could just stick to 1 for the day, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So for the 1, mark the date.
With the sticker.
Here, the sticker's right here.
Okay.
This is the autoclave number.
Mhm.
This is the cycle it went through, like the first cycle, second cycle, or third. And that's the date down here. And they
Okay.
could just put it there. Of
Okay.
what goes through every cycle.
Okay.
And then, I'm not since our protocol is with the autoclaves to run the spore test, our spore tests are right here. So they could take 1 spore test. You just need 1 for the day. Our packs are right there. They could pack it up and then just throw it when they run their instruments in the autoclave.
Okay.
And that's it. And then
Every time you run the autoclave?
Yeah.
Or just the first?
just the first cycle, whenever they run it.
So I'm putting one of those tabs in the bag and just,
Throw it in when they run.
and where would you want me to leave it?
And then you could just leave it there and we'll test it on Monday.
Okay.
So, not filled right now, but we'll fill it. Is right there in that cabinet. So
Okay.
to fill the operatories, they just need that, and to fill the autoclave with distilled water if it needs it, right there.
Okay.
Now for closing,
Mm-hmm.
because we went through opening. So now for closing, we're gonna make sure that's drained. Everything needs to get wiped down. We have side wipes, so the autoclave, the counters is fine, and then we'll close an operatory as well.
Okay.
So for closing, you're gonna press number 2, and that's it, and it goes all the way up. And then you're gonna make sure to turn it off. And when you turn it off, you take off the bottle.
Okay.
Since the distilled water is kind of pricey, we ask them not to fill it all the way,
Okay.
because then it just wastes the water when you have to dump it. We have empty bottles in here, so they can purge the lines at the end of the day.
Okay.
So you just put the empty bottle on. Turn it back on. And purge the line right there. And then this one too, they're gonna have to step on it. They're gonna have to step on the real step to purge this one.
Can we pause for a second? I just want to.
Yeah. Do they use the assistant side when they assist each other, or what do they do?
They may for
So,
probably
yeah.
suction. Yep.
Purge it, turn it off, take off the bottle. You can put the empty
Go
bottle.
back.
The
Okay.
empty bottles are in the cabinet usually.
Okay.
So put the empty bottle back, and the same thing, just purge.
Okay. So after we purge, you want us to put the bottle back on, the full bottle?
Yes, you can put the empty bottle, because you're gonna
Okay.
dump it, because we don't want water to sit there for more than 24
Right,
hours.
but I'm confused why we're grabbing an empty bottle. If we're just dumping the water that we don't use out of it, can't we just put that back on?
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Well, no,
Yeah, you can use the same bottle if you empty it. Yeah, they could use it. Sorry,
because you want us to dump the water after every.
yeah, because it's gonna be too long for it to stay on there.
You don't dump the water after every patient.
No,
No, at the
no.
end.
End of the
But I
day,
didn't know
right.
why we were putting on an empty bottle if we're
Because
just
that's what
dumping.
we usually do. That's how to have it
Oh, okay.
for here, because we Monday through Friday. But yeah, so you could take the empty bottle,
Empty it, put it back on, purge, and then
Purge.
leave.
Yeah,
Or
and then leave.
we'll leave the bottle off to the side so it dries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then also another thing, because they're propy handles that they have to put on. They have to. We're gonna try to take this off every Friday night.
Okay.
But if there's ever one, if we miss one, they just need to take it off by unscrewing it, and it comes out like that. And if you could just put it to the side for us,
Okay.
in the second drawer,
Okay.
and we'll find it there. But usually we'll try to be good about taking it off Friday nights for you guys.
Okay.
Because these are very, very expensive. Okay, and then, so when you close, make sure you put the pedals back underneath the chair as well. And turn off switches, which you'll do, right?
Mhm.
And then
Right,
make
your
sure,
unit's already off, yep.
yeah, make sure units are off, assistant side is off. And
You said
sensors,
2 is the closing position.
2 is the closing position.
Okay.
1 is open and 2 is the
Mhm.
closing. Do you have any questions?
No, I just did.
Want to tell us one more time?
Okay. So at the end of the day, when you're done with patients and you've already cavicide wiped after the patient left, you're gonna spray with a soap water detergent, anything that's blue leather. So the patient chair, your chair, the assistant chair, and you're gonna spray it, wipe it, let it dry or pat it dry, whatever needs to be done to dry it, and then you're gonna bury it with a chair cover. Okay. So since these are LED lights, you're gonna avoid wiping it with Cavicide. If something gets on it, again, use a soap water detergent with a paper towel, wipe it, and make sure you dry it off so it doesn't bake on there with a light. Okay?